So welcome to this practice, and so the invitation here is, if you would like to do a little bit of standing practice, you may, or you can remain seated. You can move between the two as well. I'm going to guide us as though we're seated. I'm going to be in a seated position, but we will be bringing a little bit of movement into the body. So it might be nice, if you wish to be standing, to I don't know, maybe the movements can be a little bit bigger when you're standing, a little bit freer. But as I say, we can do this seated as well. Okay, so however you'd like to start off the practice, taking a moment now just to find that comfortable seat, that comfortable position, standing or seated. You can feel your feet on the ground. Feeling that connection in the soles of the feet. Maybe you have bare feet or with socks on. But however your feet are open or covered, we can still feel that connection in the soles of the feet. And of course, if we're standing, that connection might be deeper, as we can feel a sense of the body weight there in the soles of the feet. Whereas when we're seated, there might be a more gentle connection, a gentle pressure. So, whatever position you're in, you might like to have the eyes closed or half open. Of course, if you're standing, you might need to move between those two just to support a sense of balance. And whether we're seated or standing, we can still have a sense of feeling tall in the upper body, and this sense of grounding in the lower body. And also with the arms and the hands, we might like to allow them to hang by the sides of the body. So whether we're seated or not, we can still let those arms hang from the shoulders. So first of all here, just kind of getting a sense of the balance in the body. So again, just allowing for any gentle movement, shifts, adjustments in the body. We might feel a little bit more of that gentle adjusting when we're standing, as the body is then completely self-supporting, using those core muscles deep inside the body, around the stomach and the spine, the legs, and the back, and the neck, holding us upright. And of course we'll get a sense of that even if we're seated as well, particularly in the upper body. So just tuning in to this sense of the body balancing. And so we become the observer, the witness to the movement and flow in the sensations in the body. And as we do so, you might like to become aware of your breathing. Noticing the movement of the breath in the body. And through this attention to the body, we'll undoubtedly become aware of other elements of our experience, the sounds, our thoughts, feelings. And as best we can, seeing if we can continue to observe that movement and flow, become the witness to it. From time to time we might get hooked and taken into a story, and that's just fine. So we can notice that movement, that flow, and then we can kind of use our awareness to step out of perhaps the autopilot, the wandering mind, coming back to the present moment and having this awareness of how we are just in this moment. Noticing this body breathing. So we're going to bring next a little movement into the shoulders and the arms. So just knowing here that everything that we do is a choice. So if you're feeling I'm not kind of wanting to do that today, that's absolutely fine. So checking in with your body. And also moving to a limit that's supportive for you and that's comfortable if you choose to. So the first movement here is we're going to bring our arms behind our backs, and if you can, clasping the hands together. And so bringing the arms, the shoulders behind, clasping the hands together, and we're just going to sort of draw the hands down towards the ground or the chair, and so we can feel a sort of stretch across the front of the chest into the shoulders. And as I say here, stretching as much as feels comfortable, so not overstretching. If it feels nice, you might want to have a sense of pulling the shoulders down, so the hands coming down towards the floor. Maybe you can experiment a little bit here. You might like to bring the hands up a little at the back, just stretching out the shoulders a little bit more, but just experimenting. And being aware, mindful of this movement, because we might feel that kind of tightness in the hands as they clasp. We can feel a stretch in the shoulders, in the front of the chest. So becoming aware of any movement, any sensations, noticing this in the body. And then very gently releasing the clasp of the fingers, the hands, and then just allowing your hands and arms to rest at the side of your body. And again, using our awareness to notice, how does that feel? How do the arms feel? How do the hands feel? How do the shoulders feel? How does the chest, the upper body feel? Okay, so this time we're going to bring the arms up and we're going to stretch the hands to the front. Okay, so reaching out as though we're reaching towards someone, something in front of the body, reaching out. And just already we can sort of feel a nice stretch in the upper back, in the shoulders, and nice stretch through the arms, through the hands, through the fingers. Keep breathing. If the body has to breathe a little bit deeper, then just allowing the breath to do whatever it needs to do. Maybe you take some deeper conscious breaths here. Okay, so then the right arm is going to cross over the left arm, and you're going to circle the hands and arms back round and give yourselves a hug. So placing the hands on the shoulders, resting here for a moment, and again feeling into the sensations, whatever's coming up for you here in the shoulders, in the arms, the upper back. If you wish to, you could bring in a gentle stretch to the neck just by lowering the chin to the chest. Allowing the head to hang and feeling that lovely stretch in the back of the neck. Being aware of the sensations in the body, the movement of the breath. And then whenever you're ready, lifting the chin, gently releasing the hands and the arms, and again slowly bringing them to the sides of the body once more. And pausing here, just to notice that, noticing the sensations after the movement in the arms, in the hands. Okay, so we're just going to gently repeat those movements once more. This time when the hands come behind the back, seeing if you can clasp your hands the other way so that it feels slightly odd. So you might first of all go, well, how did I have them before? And then just change that so you've got the other thumb on top. And you might even just check in with, well, how does that feel? How does that feel? And again, just feeling the stretch across the front of the body, feeling the stretch in the shoulders, drawing the knuckles down towards the ground. You might feel how this kind of affects the balance, what the body has to do to compensate, particularly if you're standing. And you might lift the hands up a little just to accentuate that stretch in the shoulders, but only if that feels comfortable. And not wanting to bring any pain into the arms or shoulders, so releasing it at any time if for any reason that becomes uncomfortable. So one more breath in here and out, and then gently releasing the hands, the fingers, feeling the arms, hands, fingers just hanging at the sides of the body here. Feeling the movement and the flow of the breath. Maybe noticing any changes in the heart rate. Okay, and then we're going to bring those arms round to the front again. So stretching the arms forward, feeling that nice stretch across the top of the back, top of the shoulders. Feeling that nice stretch in the arms, really reaching forward. And then this time we'll do the opposite again. So we'll put the left arm over the top of the right arm and circle the hands and arms back, clasping, gently clasping the shoulders and giving yourself a hug. Feeling the movement of the breath. Feeling that stretch and feeling into that hug. And again, you can always drop the chin to the chest to feel that nice stretch in the neck. Noticing your breathing, noticing sensations, and then when you're ready, lifting the chin and gently releasing the hands and the arms down by the sides of the body. So if you're standing, at any point you can come into a seated position. So just checking in with yourself for what feels comfortable, or you can remain standing. And then the invitation here is to take your right hand and place your right hand excuse me, on your shoulder, neck. So opposite hand to opposite shoulder, neck. And then just starting at the neck is giving yourself a little rub, a little squeeze, massaging into the neck there, using the fingers and gently working your way down from the top of the neck down to the top of the shoulder. Gentle squeeze, gentle rub. And then just lastly here, just resting the hand on the shoulder. Just feeling into that connection. And then releasing the right hand, just shaking out the arm a little there. And then taking the left hand and placing that on the neck and beginning to give a gentle squeeze, gentle rub there into the muscles. Working your way down from the top of the neck to the shoulder, top of the shoulder. And then coming to a still position, just resting the hand on the shoulder, feeling that connection. And then releasing the left hand and arm, and again maybe even just a little shake in both hands, both arms, and then allowing the arms just to hang from the shoulders. And then lastly here, so with the right hand, taking the left hand and giving the left hand a little squeeze. And you might start by just sort of rubbing the palm, squeezing the palm with your thumb, and then seeing where that takes you. It might be that you sort of just massage each finger. And then the thumb. And then swapping over, so taking the left hand this time and squeezing and massaging the right hand. With the thumb, maybe gently massaging into the palms. Then each finger. You might still be aware of the breath, be aware of the body, sensations in the body, not forgetting the thumb here. Okay, and then gently, just a gentle shake out, releasing the hands and the arms by the side of the body. Feeling into the sensations in the fingers, in the hands, in the arms, in the shoulders, in the upper body. Feeling the breath, feeling the heart. And so for the last part of this practice, we'll just come into a place of stillness. So here again, you could choose to be standing or sitting. You could also choose to have your arms and hands remaining at the sides of the body, just hanging. Or you might choose, if you're sitting, to place your hands in your lap. So just finding what feels good for you in this moment. And however you are in your position, just checking in again once with that grounding in the lower body, feeling that connection with the earth. And then feeling that length, that lift, that growing tall in the upper body, but also softening the muscles around the frame, Softening the muscles through the face, relaxing the jaw. And then taking a moment here to rest your attention perhaps in the breath or the sensations in the body. And each time the mind wanders, just bringing the attention back to the body, back to the breath. So wherever your attention is, coming to notice the sensations in the body, feeling the breath moving in your body. And then together we'll notice the breath for a breath in and a breath out. And we'll bring this practice to a close. So taking your time as we gently shift from the practice, still being aware of any gentle movement, opening your eyes when you feel ready, taking in your surroundings. Lovely. So thank you for your practice.